Can't he?
He's undone us now. It's Thursday. It's 8 o'clock, and it's the Big Detective Show. Where's your hat? Thank you. We've got to do some of it. If we can't do all of it, we're at least doing this. I'm sorry.
Someone's birthday, isn't it?
I don't know. I wouldn't like to say.
No.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm all right, Dave. I'm very good. Not long. Not long to go.
Yes, I will see you in probably around 36 hours.
Yeah. Got your pajamas?
Oh, yeah.
Don't, because that bed's we've got's quite small, so don't go naked or anything. But yeah,
none of that top and tail malarkey either.
No. But no, we haven't got long to go, and it's looking good. And I was only thinking Spring Detectival in the summer. So whereas everyone's going around in sort of boiler suits and fishing tackle, clobber and stuff, as in clothing, waterproofs, they're going to be in shorts and your muscle vests. Oh,
I know, man.
Yeah, so it's going to be very hot.
It's going to be exceptionally hot. It's going to be hotter than September Detectival September 2019, and that was bloody hot. Yeah,
it's going to be warm. So
do you know what? I haven't put my comments up. There they are. I was wondering why everyone was quiet. Karen Becker, there she is. Do you know? I didn't think she'd be here. I thought she'd be all sorts of busy.
Yeah. Evening, Karen.
Good evening, everyone. Nice to see you all here. Looking forward to seeing many of the people whose names I can see in the chat room already this weekend. Looking forward to greatly meeting you all and having lots of fun. Well, me and Adrian will. And if we're top and tailing, if we're not top and tailing, we're spooning. You're the spoon at the front. I'm not being the spoon at the front.
I don't mind. I'll have a couple of sherries, so I'll sleep anywhere. Don't mind.
You'll do me. Good evening, Dave Lawson. Good to see you, my old pal from work. Who's I think he's retired. Good evening. Karen says she's up to date. She's just got 100 emails to reply to. Got a couple of hours, no problem. So tonight's show, it's going to be a little bit different. We did have plans to do something else, but Luke pulled rank. So we're not going to do what we were going to do.
No.
This is in aid of Peaky Finders. We wanted to highlight the existence of Peaky Finders tonight. We were going to have some of the Peaky Finders diggers coming on, but sadly they weren't able to make it because they had other commitments they forgot about. Comedy clubs. I'd rather watch this.
God. Well, I suppose it is a comedy club, isn't it? But never mind.
At some point. So these are our official. In fact, I'm hoping he brings us a badge so we can stick one of the Peaky Finders official badges at the side.
Oh, mind you, it's hot. It's hot down south.
You don't have to wear it. You look like a very, very shit Michael Caine in them glasses.
I'll go for that.
Not a lot of people know that.
Yeah.
So anyway, yes, we're going to be looking more in depth into, well, basically getting your juices flowing for those of you who are going to Detectival this weekend. And on the other side of the coin, we're also going to be looking at Detectival, Spring Detectival 2019 as well. Thankfully, thank you to whoever. I haven't got clues the first video was. Luke did say, but I didn't write it down. But also, we'll be looking at one of Sid Perry's videos as well. And for those of you who are coming to Detectival this weekend, come and find us on a stall. We'll be popping up on Saturday morning. I will be joined there by obviously myself, Luke. Adrian will be popping along at some point to abuse us when he's not in the field detecting. We'll also be joined on the stall by Scott Holden from Detector Network and did you say I just done the and then? And,
yeah.
And also Mr. Graham Dempsey from the Composite Cleaning Pencil.
Well,
see that? No, I went my little eyes down. I had my eyes going down on me. Got it here. So we'll be joined on the stall by, and you can pick up your free copy of our free issue 6 of the printed version of the Archaeology and Metal Detecting magazine, with some fabulous bits and bobs in it too. And If you're also nice, I will let you have a go on the McGrafter because I'm bringing the McGrafter along.
Dig it.
Dig it. So there we go. So we do have a guest on tonight. Scotty Bea is joining us momentarily. And Scotty's joining us because he was there firsthand to witness the Hambleden Hoard coming out of the ground. Friends of his who he travelled down to the site with and he stayed camping with for days and days thereafter to make sure the site was safe. He's going to be joining us momentarily. And we're going to, as I say, we're going to be having a look at Sid Perry's video, which is 15 minutes long, but we're going to be having a chat throughout the video as well. Something we haven't done before. So let's bring Scotty on. Scotty, hello.
Why,
Oh, he's a goody Geordie lad.
He's obviously.
Oh, he's lost.
Can't lift the screen up.
Hey, we're back.
Right, mate.
He's been arrested. Is that? Good lad.
If you want to get a head, get a hat.
I was like, I saw your hat, so I went, I've got one upstairs, I'm getting that.
You mean that's your son's hat and it fits?
No, it's mine, it fits. Just mine.
Oh, no, pet.
How you
Scotty?
doing?
Oh, you well, Scotty?
Not too bad, just had my first COVID jab yesterday, so all's good.
So you're not coming this weekend then?
I can't come this weekend, unfortunately. I'd love to, was just travelling.
Who am I going to starfish when they're in bed?
I couldn't get a lift.
Adrian's getting it.
Yeah. You're all right,
So,
sorry, go on, Dave. Go on.
No, you say it because I was going to ask him a question. You can carry on abusing him.
Are you standing up? No. Are you COVID jab? Were you all right after it, Scotty?
Yeah, I had the P visor. And if everybody who knows this, I'm petrified of needles. I've got a phobia of needles. But anyway, I got it done. It didn't even feel a thing. I've got a bit of a sore arm, but nothing major. A couple of paracetamol, I'm totally fine.
To be honest, Scotty, with the adult-sized needle, that must have gone straight through your arm, and the injection came out the other side.
Didn't even know it. Didn't even see the size of
it. Adrian likes a big prick, don't you, Adrian?
Oh, Dave, it's not even.
It's too early. It's far too
guess
early.
What? I'm only a little prick, so.
You've got your own event coming up next month. Looking forward to it.
Yep, we've got Detectival coming up, which is the 23rd to the 25th of July. That's going to be a good dig. But also we have a mini weekend, which was a last-minute plan. We've just got the land, which is the end of this month, which is the 26th and the 27th of June. And that's going to be amazing because it's the opposite side of some land we've already done in the past. And the land we've done in the past, we've had Bronze Age axe head off it. We've had a couple of gold sovereigns off it, gold rings, hundreds of hammered coins. So it's now time to move on to the opposite side of the land. So it should be a good weekend. And if you're interested, head over to North of the Time Detecting. Just search on Facebook, North of the Time Detecting. We'll come straight up and get in contact. All's good.
Where did you get the name Detecticon from, Scotty?
That big person on the left-hand side.
Is that me? Yes, it is.
Yeah, that's you.
Do you know what? Do you know why? Because it's a parody of Decepticon, and I wanted it just to all the way go through Detecticon going.
Oh, it's robotic. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Did you ever watch Transformers?
Yeah, robots in disguise. That's
yeah. Scotty is one.
True story.
Yeah.
There we are.
Yeah. Ooh,
is that urine? Is that urine?
No.
Tizer, Iron Brew,
Jack Daniels.
Cool, flipping it.
Lucasade,
before you go to bed. What's up with you, man?
It's the COVID jab.
Too early to drink.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I like that.
That actually freaked me out. That did that.
Yeah,
I've seen things there.
Yeah, magic powers.
So Detective's coming up. You got your weekend coming up. All is groovy. And tonight, as I say, we're going to have a look at the Hambleden Hoard, the video from Detective 2019 of Mr. Perry's, who we keep asking to come up the show, but he says, "No, I don't like doing things like being public." Hello, how many bloody subscribers you got on your channel, man? Yeah, and in fact, I'm going to make him this week. I'm going to get him, and I'm going to rugby tackle him, and I'm going to do the Jungle Book on him until he says yes. I'll come on the show.
Oh, oh dear.
So, look out, Sid. Saddlebones are coming. Not
Scotty's
literally.
not.
How many, you're a weekender, Scotty, how many people you got coming?
Limited numbers of 100 people.
Right.
But this COVID rules apply as well, so it's social distancing still. No groups of 30 mingling together. It's close contact. Stay a metre apart. Obviously, there's a book you have to fill in when you come on site. Temperatures will be getting took. Different things like that. So COVID rules apply as well.
So when you're taking the temperatures, are you going to stand on a box?
No, because I'm not taking them. I've got a cold person taking them.
Good lad, good lad. You know, always think ahead. Always.
Yeah, that could be quite embarrassing where the temperature is
Just a bit.
Stinky winky temperature. Go ahead,
Yeah,
lad.
yeah.
I thought it was stinky winky.
It's all going wrong. No, so are you nervous and excited, Scotty, being your first one?
For Detecticon, yes, we are pretty nervous. It's been a lot of hard work. Obviously, with reports and stuff, yes, I know you've got to have reports and insurance and stuff as events go on, but with the COVID in place, it's absolutely overwhelming. It's like every council, every authority needs a report with a report on top, and it's crazy.
Yeah. I think Karen and Mark, they're probably, people don't realise it's probably twice as hard to organise than ever before with all the rules and regulations.
The
I would just like
organisation.
to say thank you. I would just like to say thank you to Karen and Mark because they've helped us out quite a bit with some information. So big thumbs up to them. Thank you very much, Karen, and thank you very much, Mark.
I'm sure the Detectival itself normally would be a massive undertaking for Karen, Mark and the team to put together, but this year's both of them is going to be well, I'm sure they're not going to want to do another 8 years after the paperwork and all the bits and bobs before and after. I'm sure after is going to be as hectic as before. So I know that today they've put they've got a tent up for the entrance, and some more of the fields have been cut today as well. So it is looking groovy.
Just stop getting jealous.
No, mate, no. We've now got the ability to go live in the field now as well, so we can actually do the show like this via Luke's
That's good.
phone. So all groovy, so you can keep up to date. So we will be going live throughout the weekend as well on the normal locations, i.e. Archaeology and Metal Detective Magazine, website and Facebook group, Big Detective Show Facebook group, Twitter, and Twitter, can't get my head around that. And we obviously share to other groups as well. And then don't forget there's the Peaky Finders Detecting and Rally YouTube channel, and also www.bigdetectingshow.com. So I think that's everything. So without further ado then, shall we go on to Sid's video? We'll have a look at that. We're going to be in the background, so you'll be able to hear us. So we can have a bit of a chat about what's going on, because I'm sure Scotty will be able to give a better dialogue than we can, because I wasn't there.
What a day that was.
What coins are they, lads? How much coins? Wicked. Oh, also. That's it. Well done, lads. Oh, awesome.
Yeah, it's at this point now I'd have the shotgun out, protecting the site from anybody else coming
Well
near.
done.
Yeah.
Shake your hand then.
Where
Well
were
done,
you
mate.
there, Scotty?
Say that again, sorry.
Whereabouts were you? I can't.
The funny story is
Everywhere.
we were all in the same fields, metal detecting,
Buzzing.
and I was finding coins and they weren't finding any, so they moved off to the next
Everywhere.
field. 2 seconds later, I get a
Everywhere
phone
coming
call. Quick, Scott, we found a hoard, and then I just come over after the first few
Eddie
coins were
pennies.
found,
Eddie
and then it
pennies.
just all kicked off from there.
And then you fell down a hole and we don't see you because you're stuck in a hole.
No, I dug a hole and I found 37 hammered coins in one hole.
Good lad.
Wow. What machine were you using again, Scotty?
I was using the Equinox 800.
Great start. First hour.
There was 2 Equinox 800s. There was my Equinox 800 with a standard coil. There was also an Equinox 800 with a bigger coil. And there was also 2 knockdown Marcos and also a Dios as well as what found them.
Sure, it's come up at the minute, but I think there's going to be a fair few out of here.
So with all this COVID malarkey, are we allowed to shake hands this weekend?
No.
But we are allowed to hug.
Well, just me and you, or everyone? Oh, sorry.
You're
You're allowed to hug, but you can't shake hands.
Yeah, again.
Well, if you got gloves on.
Again,
Irish.
Scotty Oldham's getting a nice
Yeah,
squeeze
it
out
is,
there.
sounds a bit Irish, doesn't it? Just from the Irish habit.
look at that. Look at
Oh, look at it.
Look at that.
That is what
Oh, froze.
Oh,
metal
Froze.
detector.
Sid's actually shared the link to the full video on Facebook. So if anybody wants to go and see the full video, you can find it via Sid's link.
Let's have a look at yours, mate.
Karen says no touching.
Oh my god. This is what we do it for, isn't it?
Yes.
Brilliant.
This boy here is one of the main finders, and his
How many
name's Toby.
dances? Come on, where's all the army dances?
And this one here is Andy on the right hand side there with the yellow on. That's another main finder.
Oh, let's have a look. Let me put the camera. Oh my god.
Let's hold that up. I'll give it a
Let me just quickly.
Sorry, you can't get
I think that was the first gold coin that come up.
Yeah, look. Amazing.
There's 12 altogether that come up.
5 nobles, lovely. Very nice.
Solid signal. Was it a solid signal?
They're only about sort of 5 inches deep, weren't they, Scotty? About that deep?
They weren't even 5 inches, honestly, Adrian. You were lucky if some of them were an inch deep, to be honest.
That sounds like me.
The reason why that is for is because the field where it was found is in that facility. There's a lot of what you call it's a lot of flint in the area. So when they plough down there, they don't plough. It's basically scraping the surface. So every time that's been scraped over the many years that's been there, I reckon it's just been bringing a coin up after a coin after a coin, or numerous coins. And obviously, as it settles, then the coins have just stayed on the surface because of the flint. Is a hard surface. Flint doesn't really sink as much, so the coin just stayed on top of the flint, and it's just a bedrock of flint. It's really, really hard ground, but the finds are not deep, so it's really easy digging and easy really searching. Even if you've got a £20 metal detector or a £10 metal detector, you are going to find something because the finds on them fields, they're not that deep at all.
No.
Scotty, where's your glasses?
I took them off because the screen was going funny.
Well done.
Scotty,
Might be the JD.
put your glasses Put JD and Lucas 80s on.
Yeah. I was just behind the barrier, just near that guy in the high vis watching this. And the funny thing is, Scotty, my mate who I was detecting with, we were just in front of your group of guys, and my mate said to me, "Should we go up on the hill? You know, on the side." There was like this
yes.
We stood up there and had a cigarette. Well, he had a cigarette whilst we were watching people detect him, and then suddenly the hoard was found. So I could have found it with my mate if he hadn't had a cigarette, which annoys me.
Blame him. Tell him, no, stop smoking.
Oh, he don't listen. But my favourite photo, when this was going on, just before the find, have you seen that photo of the guy who's in the distance, who'd gone over it, and he's just turning around looking as if like, what's all that going on? He'd gone over it and totally missed it. It's one of my favourite photos.
It just shows you when you're metal detecting, you've got to go over to find it. If you miss it by a millimetre, you've missed it. That's why you get the saying low and slow, so you can cover that area. When you take a step, you're missing like that, whatever length your step is. My instance only a couple of inches, but other people who's got bigger steps, then it's totally different story. What's in that strip you've just missed?
Karen's said in the comments that there were archaeologist finds team there too, telling the detectorists where to grip, detect, and dig.
Is it another headbutt?
Yeah, well, what happened is obviously a couple of other people like Andrew and a few others went back down, and they'd done some ground survey work, with ground penetration and stuff like that. And there was some good results that come up, but obviously that's not my word to say what was there or if there was anything there. But they've done some ground survey work there, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it turns out to be good.
So what's John Challoner then?
That's Andrew Winter. That's mate of the admin for North of the Time Detecting.
Oh, there he is.
6 big gold hammered.
Wow, man, amazing.
We got that, Sid.
There's Mr. Pete Terrell.
Gold in the hole.
Mr. Spencer.
I stayed on that week on that site for about a week, camping on top of it practically.
Really?
Yeah, it was crazy week. So funny, Andy, one of the main finders. We're sitting in the obviously digger at night, peeing down the rain, and he just sits and takes a picture and he puts it on Facebook, protecting the hoard all night. As soon as he posted the picture, he went off to bed, and I was stuck in this digger all by myself all night watching this bloody hoard. Oh, it was funny.
There it is.
Sid, smile next time.
Oh my God.
Sid, dig this part out here so you.
If you got a pointer, so we'll get around it.
Point the top out so you come above from above it. Let me plug out.
I didn't know that. Daniel Spencer says that Pete Terrell actually found one of the golds with the Nocta Macro Invenio.
Oh,
he did because I had to go that machine, and I had to hold of the box, and that machine is absolutely amazing. What I can show you in the ground.
Dream to have one of them.
Crazy. You need 2 detectorists for one machine. That's the only downpour.
Yeah, you need a trolley to take it around with you, don't you?
Yeah, that's it. That's the only thing.
But technology's coming along quickly, so probably in 5 years' time, it will all fit in something like a Knox.
Hopefully, that would be good. That would. But it doesn't show you what people expect with that machine. What you just said there, mentioned. They expect, it's a coin in the ground. Well, there's going to be a picture of a coin on the machine. It's nothing like that. It shows you how high the ferrous metals are, or how low the ferrous is, or the good conductors is. So it doesn't really show you what the object is. It just shows you how good the material is, rather than crap material, if that makes sense.
Yeah. There's some good videos on YouTube about it.
Yeah, they are a good machine.
I tell you what, the weather there looks like it's going to be a lot different to this weekend.
Well, yeah, I was thinking that seeing everyone in their fleeces and hats, it's going to be socks and sandals, isn't it, Dave, for me and you?
It looked a bit moist there, to be honest.
See how many pictures you can take with people wearing sandals and white socks?
Yeah, actually, that's a good one, actually. Knee-high socks.
Yeah.
So, Scotty, did you have a drink that night?
Oh, honestly,
I remember seeing it.
It was
You
just
were a bit tight,
amazing. Honestly, this hole, I got 37 hammered coins out of this.
Oh, look at that. That is stunning. Is that 80?
He had a pint. To him, it was like 5 pints.
7 hammered.
Each leg.
Here he is.
That's heads well done.
With his bad haircut.
All sorts.
Please, mate.
Oh, another one.
Hey, another one. That just reminds us, it just happened yesterday. Honestly, it was amazing.
I'm so glad that you haven't got that haircut anymore, Scotty, because when I see you, I'd have to slap you.
Oh, it's gone, look.
Oh,
God.
Oh, he looks nearly normal.
Karen
So proud.
said the Hoard field's just been cut short, but the Hoard area is cordoned off as we can't detect it. Further investigation work has been done.
Yeah, it's undoubted that most people will head to that field just to give it a good going over nonetheless. So, either Karen or if you know yourself, Adrian, if there are more coins similar to what have been found in the Hambleden Hoard discovered in that field outside of the cordon area, are they classed as the Hambleden Hoard or are they classed as a separate entity?
I would have thought they'd be still classed and they're cordoning it off even more.
Yeah, that's... Sorry for butting in, but that's the rule of thumb. What happens is obviously we found that hoard on... Well, my friends found that hoard on the field. If there's other coins in that same year and facility and the same facility of that field, yes, they will be part of the hoard. But the finder, when they take it to the museum, it gets classed as part of the hoard. But when it gets valued, gets an independent value.
Right.
So when the hoard does get obviously recorded properly and the value does come out, their coin would be valued separately and they would get the value of whatever that object is valued at.
So if there is an additional number of coins that are found and are added to that hoard, how gutted will you be that you're not there?
I'm gutted to start off with, Dave. Do you know what? I might just rock up. I might just jump on a train and just head there.
Alex, anything that comes up out the hole.
How long does it take to drive, Scotty, to get to Detectival?
Anything that comes up.
About 5.5, 6 hours.
Yeah, that's
Right.
Put it with it or not.
Set off now, mate. You'll be right.
Out the hole,
Sorry, Dave?
Set off now. He'll be right.
Yeah.
Scotty, listen, what I'll do, if anything of consequence is found in that field, every time it happens, I'll ring you, all right?
Perfect.
Lots more sigils. We're at depth. So a dig was organised for the coins to be excavated.
Right. What's the plan of action?
Hey, Mark, you tell them.
Yeah, it looks like it's going.
Yeah.
Oh,
That didn't take long to get there, did it?
And by the way, at this point, they were only taking like literally not even 3 inches off. I think it was about an inch every single time. If you can see there in the video, you see all the white bits of dots. That is the flint.
Yeah, it was.
Karen says, we know the spread of the hoard was based on the archaeology investigation that followed the discovery, so that area will be...
There's a large signal there as well. Oh, it'd be nice to see a pot, wouldn't it?
You can see just looking at that now, you can see how tough and hard like the ground is. There's not much topside whatsoever. It's just all rocks.
Look at that.
Oh, yeah. How many's there, do you think? Oh, 50. And there's another...
No, there wasn't altogether. There was 700 silver and 12 gold.
One there. Wow. One underneath that. One there.
There's some in between here. That's why I'm sort of getting down to the level now. Oh, it's amazing. Look there, look. And they come out there. Popping up everywhere, look.
Oh, really? Wow.
And the one that pops out there, look. Yeah. Oh, amazing. Amazing.
You get one short.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just gutted I'm not making it there this weekend, honestly.
Exciting.
So, where is the hoard currently?
When the hammers are coming up, you've got to get your cash.
The hoard is currently in the British Museum in London.
And it's not gone through any process. It's not gone through any other processes as yet.
Honestly, Dave, with a backlog with the COVID and stuff, everything's right behind. We, like I say, with no time detecting ever first dig, we found a Roman hoard, the first ever dig. We've just got a result now, like literally last week, of what the value it could be worth. We've just literally got that, and that was like what, 3-4 years ago.
Yeah,
Adrian, I'll let you answer Kerry's question.
So
It
just takes time.
who would? I think they would have been a large northern man without hair and a beard, someone sort of quite wealthy and statusy. But I think Scotty can answer that.
But basically, obviously, the research that we've done in that area, a while ago, Time Team done an archaeologist, and obviously a survey, and obviously done a dig not far just along the road. And I'm not mentioning it on air, but there was something they found that had to get took off national TV. And what they're saying is that is where this hoard was found could have been part of that other site. I can't get into too much details because it's something you shouldn't put on air. And I'm glad like BBC and stuff took it off air what they found, which is the best thing for it to do. But I think it's sort of part of each thing. So.
Son, phone the son up, Dave.
Google it. I ain't got a clue.
But it was a well-known big dig down in that area with Time Team. So even if you Google it, it will come up.
Yeah, I think that is. You're going back to the fines process. There's been delays everywhere, hasn't there? So.
Yeah.
COVID and stuff. So I found, that ring I found, Dave.
Yeah,
I've got that back. So is
why is that, Adrian? Is it because it's off the coat hanger ring?
No, yeah,
No,
it's a chicken ring. No, what's the male chicken? No,
pigeon
ring. The museums don't want it. So, which I'm quite pleased about because when you find something,
it's perfect in your collection. You've already got the spot ready for it to go.
Yeah, well, I think it'll have to go somewhere a bit safer than that because it's not been valued yet. But one similar to it was valued at 10 grand, so it's not the sort of thing I can keep in the house. 12th, 13th century medieval gold ring with a cabochon sapphire in, and it's just lovely to look at. It was owned by a nobleman or sort of someone wealthy.
Wow.
But it's a shame. I could donate it to the museum, but I've got to speak to the landowner because
that's it.
He's got entitled to half. He might want to buy it. He might want to wear it. I don't know.
That's it. It was a member just last weekend there on North of the Tyne metal detecting dig. He found it on his personal permission, a 12th century gold ring with a blue stone. Oh my God, when he showed us it, I was like...
That's probably a
speechless.
Sapphire, yeah. Because
it looked like it just looked like a bit of blue gravel out of it, shiny see-through blue gravel out of it, fish tank. It wasn't cut properly or nothing. It was amazing.
No, they never cut stones. It was deemed as not a bad luck to cut them. So they used to make sure they were just the right size. But Lady Diana had a cabochon sapphire in her wedding or engagement ring. Beautiful blue, really, really blue. And I think they were meant to give good luck and good luck, health and wealth or something. And that's why they were popular with rich people. But the fines process, maybe, I don't know, they're looking at speeding it up in some kind of way, Dave, aren't they, or something?
Yeah, they've basically suggested that they are looking at the future of the portable antiquities scheme, the manner in which things are done, the manner in which things are reported. Something, hopefully, which could be used and associated with it will be launching this weekend, which we will have coming on the show next week. You haven't seen me, right?
ITO, fella.
What's that? What's that?
GNBV.
Oh,
It's a fines app.
a fines app? Are we allowed to mention it?
Beta test at the
Possibly not.
moment. But a very good fines app that's got all the categories and things.
And a hell of a lot more to be added to it.
Yeah.
See,
So-
what it is going back to the fines license officers and stuff and people recording fines. It's not the fact that it's their fault things are getting delayed, and it's not the fact that it's COVID related. It's the fact our FLOs don't get paid for the job. They're doing it as voluntarily. Yes, there is some out there who do get paid for it, but if you think, I don't know, you get 100 detectives coming on a dig, and they all find an item which wants recording, and then there's another dig, there's another 100 items. A one person at one museum in our area, that's how the backlog happens. They need to try and get, like you say, maybe the app, people can record, take a picture, send it in, they can look at it and say, oh, yeah, that's interested in record, or oh, no, that's not interested in record, because you get newbies out there, which the new rule is now, anything, any metal, even if it's bronze, gold, silver, anything over the age of 300 years old needs to be recorded.
Mm.
It used to only be gold and silver. So even if you get a, well, I don't know, maybe 15, 1600s penny, by law, that should be recorded.
Mm.
Because it's over 300 years old.
The whole process of bits of paper and emailing things and Googling things, I think if you encompass it all, a bit like sort of 5 years ago, if I said to you, Scotty, 5 years ago, when you go to the pub, you're not allowed to go to the bar. You have to scan this little QR code on a table, order it on your phone, pay for it on your phone. You would have gone, nah, no one will do that. It's a good idea. But people are like going, well, with COVID, we've had to adapt and use the technology to be able to be, I'm not saying that, but it is a big task, but that's what's needed. It needs to be made more electronic and secure and stuff like that. So,
that's it. Like you're seeing with that app, what you just showed there, you can take a picture of it and they can go,
yeah,
oh, yep, that's interesting. Oh, that's not interesting. No, yes, they can record it, yeah, and then done kind of thing.
But it's also
It's
like the
a good idea.
program. If you want to know how things are going, you have to email or phone your flow. And they don't want to be doing admin all day. So if there was like a website you can go on or something and see the progress of your find, like a waiting classification, a waiting treasure or whatever, rather than, oh, hi, Flo, me again. How's things going? And come back like, do you know what I mean? It's a bit antiquated. What's that?
It is, yeah.
Flow, is that like amp flow?
Your phone see-through, Dave?
Bod.
What?
Bod.
Your phone see-through?
I know, yeah. Bloody green
Sorry, his
screen.
pants.
Thank you very much to thank you very much to Mr. Sid Perry for allowing us to use his video tonight on the show. And
Cheers, Sid.
you can go over and sub him at England's History on YouTube. Like Scotty's just said to do something. I'm not you, Scotty, another Scotty. Just told me to do something.
Scotty from Detecting Network.
How do we do that?
I'll do it, Dave.
Oh, there it is. Done it. Oh, that's better. There you go. That's Sid Perry's channel, England's History. There you are. Is that better?
Yeah, that's better. Cheers, Luke.
That's better.
Yay.
You've got your metal detector, the land it was found on, you can't see that very well, location, and all stuff like that. And just to enter the find, put that in and submit it. So there's a lot.
Sorry,
talk about that.
Sorry, Adrian. Is Scott online, is he? Can he? Is he live?
Yeah,
Like, obviously.
Well, he's alive, yeah, because
Yeah. No, just a question for
Scott.
Scott. Just for a question for Scott. Obviously, when people upload the fines to that, obviously getting it recorded or whatever, as Adrian just says there, it gives you the location of the land and the coordinates and stuff. My personal view, there might be some people out there who think
it won't be available to others.
It's blocked. Right, just so everyone knows, because they might not want to post, just so everyone. It's blocked.
If you're in the field, and you'll find out more. Obviously, this weekend people will find out more at Detectival, but you'll also find out more on next week's show. But basically, if you're in the field, you can log your find in the field, and then coordinates are there solely for you.
So only the person who uploads can only see that.
Yes, unless they give, I think they give the permission for someone like, if the portable antiquity scheme do take it on board, they can obviously potentially give permission to utilize them themselves. But otherwise, it's like me. I've been putting stuff up this way. It's basically UK, nothing else.
Just everyone will be like asking for that anyway. So especially getting that out there now, so it's sorted.
Adrian and I have been beta testing it. He says location data is never shared and strictly confidential. Literally putting the main website live now with some more info. So before the end of the show, you'll get on there, and it will be in app stores as well.
Yeah.
You'll find out a lot more next week. There's a lot more to it than the Fines app, which will be bringing the people from the Just Detect onto the show next week. And you will learn a hell of a lot more. And even I was a bit gobsmacked at some of the things that's on it. He said currently it's essentially like Instagram, but purely for metal detecting fines. This is phase 1. Phase 2, you'll love once that's ready as well. As I say, it's nobody in the world's done it at all.
I've got a question for Mark.
Mark
Beechin. Mark and Karen.
Becca.
Becca, I said Beechin. Becca. Sorry, Mark. Sorry, Karen. Tell her when they're not busy, they've got to pop the Lindas and get the lemon drizzle cake. Absolutely gorgeous.
Cake?
Oh.
Yeah.
Cake?
Yes. They know what I'm on about. They've already had some was gorgeous.
If you come to Detectival this weekend, I will swap you a free magazine for cake.
We get the free anyway, don't we, Dave?
Scotty, shut up, man. You spoil everything. I love cake. Oh.
Yeah.
Hi, Luke.
Evening,
Luke was coming to say something, hadn't he must be just...
I think he does that so we can have 4 on the screen.
Well, why is he top?
It makes me look bigger.
She actually looks smaller than Scotty Bea.
Got to take that off.
Oh,
I'm hot.
Well, we're swapping sides now.
Oh, it's like one of them games in the fair. Which one's the P under?
The left side.
So, Scotty, you still using an Equinox?
I've had my Equinox, but the very first Equinox which come out, and I got it from John Allen. The very first one, I was the first one, one of the first on the list. And I've had it from day one. I've had no problems with it whatsoever. My lugs haven't snapped. I've got the only thing I've had to replace on the Equinox since the day one I've had it, which I've had it now about 3 years, is the coil cover. Is that time which I swing, it's worn away. So that had to replace that about 2 months ago.
Did you just say you swing?
When I swing the machine like this. Yeah.
Oh, the machine. Right. Okay, I'm with you.
No, Dave, not that way. Not that way.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's, I mean, what's that? 10, 15 quid, 20 quid, nothing in it. So
there's nothing just for a new coil cover. But I also use the Vanquish 340. Well, it's my son's machine, but
a Vanquish, man.
That's
Vanquish. It's called
good
a Vanquish.
machine.
Please, the Cheyenne always also uses the Knockdown Mini Hoard, Midi Hoard.
Mini Hoard, yeah, Mini and Midi.
Isn't that what you've got?
No, but it's the right size for it. It's the only thing Too little for is the arm cup.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, you
Yeah.
got a little body with arms like Pop.
Got
I
it.
haven't got a clue what I'm on about, has he, Adrian?
No.
The midi hood though is absolutely amazing on the beach. It's a good
Really?
concert, I like. It is. I'm like, at Cheyenne, we bought. I'm like, you can use me Equinox, give me that your machine. I'd rather use the midi on the beach than the Equinox to shoot for coins, honestly.
Really?
It's absolutely crazy for coins on the beach.
Yeah, it is a good machine. It is a good machine.
So if you want one, head over to Peaky Blinders and buy one from the website.
Peaky Finders, Peaky Blinders, a telly program.
Oh, Peaky Finders, yes.
Sorry. Dave, have you got any more questions for Scotty?
No,
Yes,
it's time to get
Scotty,
off.
what size shoe have you got?
Really?
No.
A size 5 juniors.
So you don't pay tax on your footwear?
So
I
you
still pay
think
tax, but I'm
So
a
you
junior.
buy
Five
kids'
and you
shoes?
don't pay tax. Did you know
Have you got a
that?
pair of black plump pumps?
Black plimsolls. No, that's just not confusing. It's not confusing. So,
Do you buy your shoes from Clark's children's section?
No, I
Scotty,
don't know.
you know,
Junior
How'd you
section.
get- yeah, very good question. How'd you get work boots that fit you, being in the trade?
Because yeah. Woman sizes, all work boots are black.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. Can't believe you just asked that live on air, Dave. Come on. You always want.
Do you expect
Yeah.
anything less?
I don't know, Dave. You're tallest or heightest, Dave.
No, I'm not. I'm Scottiest.
Oh, look, rub it into Scotty Bea now. Look, this is all.
Oh,
this is
Scotty,
all-
look. Lovely things at Detectable.
One thing I will just say, which I spoke to Kerry Fuller, Dave,
Yeah.
from Lost Tapes of History. Well, she messaged me, and she asked a very good question. Will the stalls and food Detectable take card and cash? And I contacted Karen, and she said yes, they will. So, Dave, you won't have to draw out like 800 quid from the
Oh,
cash
do you know?
machine tomorrow.
Thank
So,
God for that.
no, it's in all honesty, it's something which we forget, but being able to pay by card is really good. So, or cash, or
Yes.
Hammonds. You always pay by Hammonds. Or no.
So, I don't know if there's anything on the website or if Karen can actually answer us. What hospitality will be available? Is there evening music on, entertainment and such like? Obviously, we're in certain confinements with everything that's going on. Confinement's not the right word. What have we got to look forward to outside of the metal detecting?
I think there's
The football on Sunday. Hey. Football on Sunday.
yes, it is. Yeah, football Sunday, so that'd be quite good. I think Karen said there's a mobile shroppodist. There's Clark's shoes are going to be there. There's going to be barber wax coats for the weather.
Reiki healing tent.
Yeah, and of course, that's near the naked detecting zone, which is I think that's
No. Naked detecting's in September.
I thought
is
the
it?
sandals and big socks.
well, that might be near the naked detecting zone, but there's some interesting stuff on there.
Kerry Fuller said there's a small branch of boots. Obviously, they're everywhere. And there's probably also got to be a McDonald's or a Pizza Hut pop up. I mean, you turn around from looking at the Sphinx in Egypt, and there's a Pizza Hut, the McDonald's there. So I'm sure there'll be one on Detectable as well.
Yeah.
Well,
Very nice.
no, I
not
think
for
I
us,
think
not for us.
it's-
We're more refined than that. We're obviously going to go and get something from a burger van.
Dave,
What?
is anybody who's watching wants to ask any questions about the hoard for
No.
what was found last year? Detective? No.
Well, I've got a question from someone else. I was very fortunate last night. My metal detecting club had a mini meet outside at the local pub, and it was lovely seeing people for 2 years nearly and talking and showing their finds. It was lovely. But someone asked me, funny enough, about the hoard you and your team found. Is there any rough idea of value at the moment?
There's no rough value whatsoever. Obviously, it was put in the papers and stuff what it could be with. They say it's in the paper as £150,000, but you know what it's like. It's just paper talk and news talk.
Yeah.
We don't know what it could be worth whatsoever.
No, the newspapers always get it wrong, don't they?
They do. They get one story. It's like Chinese whispers. Somebody says something, and then the next person, oh, this bit sounds good, and they just before you know it, at the end it just changes drastically.
Karen says, no entertainment as we cannot encourage gathering. The bar is there, but social distancing needs to be kept. People need to be keeping their social groups. Music will be playing from the speakers, distance dancing, etc. Luke's put on the screen. Attendees, the earliest arrival is 2 p.m. tomorrow. You'll be able to attend the check-in tent to collect your wristbands from 2 till 8 p.m. tomorrow. After that time, you have to collect the wristbands the next day from the check-in tent. You can still get access to the site by showing any security or marshals on the gate your tickets or some photo ID. On Saturday, the check-in tent opens at 7 a.m. Detecting starts at 9:30. If you are detecting the entire weekend but your accommodation is off-site, you're welcome to check in on Friday to get your wristbands and avoid the Saturday morning rush or queue. No night arrival. Sorry, all attendees must be packed up off-site by 11 a.m. on Monday. Cannot accept any attendees arriving during the hours of 11 and 7. Oh, Karen, I'm getting there about 6:30. If you are planning to arrive during... I've got to set a gazebo up, though. If you're planning to arrive during the time, you will need to make arrangements to stay somewhere off-site until Saturday morning at 7 a.m. Provisions will be made in case any emergency require access or exiting during these hours. Access to the site. Only ticket holders and their guests will be allowed access to the site. To gain entry, you must show your prepaid ticket or your wristband to security at the gate. Once you've driven in, marshals will direct you to the day parking car park. Once packed, you will need to go to the check-in tent with your ticket, either printed or electronic device, to be booked in. All attendees and guests must go to the check-in tent to have their wristbands put on by the checking-in staff. You will not be able to take your wristband to put other members of the party, so please make sure you all in the check-in tent at the time. Your wristband will remain the duration of the event. Replacement is not issued. There's lots here. I can't do anymore. I can't read, Luke.
No,
I'm tired.
People can go on the website, can't they? I think the key thing is take lots of water and a hat. Oh, I'm going thin.
And some suntan lotion, definitely this weekend. Question from Scotty Bea from Darren Booth. Was there any sign of what it was buried in, i.e. a pot or a leather pouch, etc.?
There's no really sign of any vase or any kind of material or anything that was found in there.
There was some fragments of pottery, though, wasn't there?
There was some fragments, but there was a lot of other fragments about as well. So, like I say, is that we haven't been told exactly the full story. It's still getting recorded at the moment. So they need to go in and check that top fragment to, however depth the other fragment was found. And they need to, obviously check to see which area that pot was from and which area that pot was from, because they look exactly the same. So they need to do a carbon test to see what year's the difference and stuff. There's a lot of thing goes into it, So I can't say, yes, it was in a pot, no, it wasn't in a pot, or yes, it was in a bag, or no, it wasn't in a bag. What we saw, it didn't look like it was in a pot, and it didn't look like it was in a bag, if material, silk or leather or anything like that.
Right, okay. Even though there was a Sainsbury's carrier bag in the video I saw, they weren't in that.
Nah, definitely. They were afterwards, maybe.
Yeah. No, cool. Was there any sign? Yeah.
Karen says there was nothing left other than the coins. They think maybe it was in a Hessian sack, if she spelt that right. I've no idea. I've took a tablet that I should take before bed. I've took early, and I'm starting to trip a little bit now.
What is it? Was it a sort of bluey colour with a CIA writing on it?
No.
Oh,
I'm saving up for Saturday, mate.
Right.
Mirizapine.
Oh, right. Okay.
Put it this way: the first one I took early, and hadn't drank any alcohol, and I was severely K-lied.
Oh dear. Will you be drinking at the weekend, Dave?
Dave not drinking. That's a different story.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, find the P.
I think one of the things is I keep going through my head. You said it, Dave, didn't you? There's always something you forget, and you keep thinking of something. It's like your pinpointer, your detector, your batteries, water, sun cream. There's always something, isn't there? But hopefully, I know there's something in my head. I keep thinking I've got to take it. Keep it in.
Your spade.
Have you got a spade, Scotty?
I did. I got it the day eventually.
Yeah, sorry.
Spot on now.
So have you actually held it?
Work needs.
Have you actually, tried walking around with it in your hand?
Oh, Dave, the size is absolutely perfect. The weight of it's perfect. I was like, wow.
Scotty, man, size-wise, it goes up to my shoulder. What's that about?
Well, see, the little ones you get from like Screwfix or B&Q or anything like that, you pay a tenner for. They're slightly too little for me to bend down, right? And then when you buy a normal size shovel, they're slightly too big. So I've got one in between, and it's spot
on. Yeah, I think it was specially made. It was specially made.
Yeah, it was.
So it's the right size. This is the McGrafter we're talking about. Scott, why am I going? I'm going all thick, not thin, faint.
It might be because in Back to the Future, he didn't sort of get his mum and dad together, so someone might not be getting your mum and dad together.
Shit.
See where I'm coming from?
Yeah. I did wonder.
Can I have your quest?
Or maybe I'm look, it's all happening. I'm warping to Detectival.
If you actually blend out, can I have your quest, please?
Well, Adrian, if you're warping out, send your warps maybe so I can go to Detectival, please.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Dave, actually, thanks. You just reminded me of something. Oh, look at that. Hang on.
Right, he's gone. Scotty, we can talk about him now. Lovely bloke.
He's back.
Better.
Too late.
Talking of Quest, Treasure Hunting Magazine last month did a competition, free to enter, for a Quest Q60. And a lovely man, Mr. A. Weston from Devon, won it. And he's donated it to Detecting for Veterans, which I thought was very, very nice of him, Mr. Weston. Yeah, nice. So really nice.
Master done, Mr. Weston.
Yeah.
Good choice.
Nice. I mean, it's a £700 metal detector. So he could have put it on eBay, but he decided to donate it for a good cause. So thank you very much for that. Very nice.
Well done, nice one.
Yeah.
Kerry Fuller is a legend. Read her last comment there.
I can't see no comments.
She is a legend. She is a legend. That's what I forgot.
Adrian, for about a year and a half, Adrian's been promising me some snake skins. Adrian's still promising me.
I've got them.
I bet he hasn't got no snakes left.
No. Oh, you know what they are, don't you, Scott? You go over your coil lead and protect it and look all fancy.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, they're big in America, and I've got a few, and I promised them to Dave in about August last year.
Well, it's about 2008 now, mate.
All right.
Adrian, and your story, we have lost a year, so everyone's just a year behind,
Yeah. Well, it is awful.
Stop being sad. No, we haven't lost a year. We're still older.
Didn't have a birthday last year, Dave. Last year. So I've skipped it. So I've taken a year off my age, changed my passport and everything. So date of birth's changed. Last year didn't exist. So I'm a year younger. I'm only 42 now. No, 32.
What are you lying?
Yeah,
No, he's sitting.
I'm lying. Made it all up. Yeah. What is?
Have I promised you anything, Adrian? I can't remember.
Yes, you did. You promised me the room we've got for Detectival. You said you were going to bring Radox salts, not the.
No, mate, I've got Epsom salts.
Yeah, that's it. Epsom
Epsom's
salts.
better.
Last time when we got in the bath, Dave had a Radox, but it was a squeezy one, and it went all over the bottom of the bath, and he fell on top of me, and it took you about 15 minutes to get off. And I said, "That's because you're using that, Dave." And you'd shaved your legs the night before, because I got it all in my mouth, didn't I? From you hadn't rinsed the bath round.
Yes.
So yeah, bring Epsom salts. So after Saturday, when we need to soak up, that'll be safer than the Radox, if that's all right. So yeah, make a note of that.
And don't forget
Dave,
the essential oils as well.
Dave, you're not good on them Detecticons and like any bloody rallies you go on. No,
What words
keep that inside.
Honestly, what words did you just say? Because I didn't understand the word of that.
No.
I say is, when you go on rallies, you're the worst. He's thought about in the bath with slippery Radox.
Yeah.
We'll just leave it at that. Right, Dave, you know what I'm on about. Right?
Luke, please find the video, Luke. Please.
No, please don't. It's gone. He's got a new computer. It's deleted.
And Dave, I don't want you cleaning your shaft in the bathroom again, because that went everywhere for your detector.
There was brown stuff everywhere, wasn't there?
Yeah.
It was weird. I'm just looking at the time. We're all right. It's 9:10. So, oh, good Lord. Nearly forgot we've got the prize draw shortly.
Oh, yeah.
Number
7
60.
minutes. 7 minutes, yeah.
So, Scotty,
where am I now?
You're going to if this year's goes off well to Detecticon, there'll be another one next year, I take it.
Yes, but next year, if it does go ahead next year, which I'm hoping to, it'll be this land we've got this year is good, and it's only about 10 miles from the Roman Wall. Next year, hopefully, we're on the Roman Wall, but obviously we have to be so far past the Roman Wall, obviously because of its protected area. And the numbers will double as well, so there'll be plenty of spaces for a lot of people.
Right, okay.
You start small and you go bigger, as they say. Try and get more detectives there to find the history.
Luke, could you just play the video that I've pulled up, please? Would be appreciated.
No.
Oh.
It's your birthday today.
Luke!
It's your birthday today.
Luke!
Rock and roll and celebrate.
Celebrate,
We lose control and you cut the cake.
Cut that
Tonight is your destiny. Wait,
Oh, wait with
so
me.
share toast with your closest mates. It's your birthday today.
Luke!
It's your birthday today.
Luke! Grab your goodie bags! Open your gifts! Blow out your candles! Luke!
Happy birthday, Luke.
Had to happen, pal. I'm sorry. It had to happen. Got you. Merry birthday, Luke.
Happy birthday, Luke.
He doesn't get the credit.
Happy birthday.
He doesn't like coming on screen and stuff, but just to show him our appreciation, happy birthday, Luke. It's your birthday, Luke!
That was like a flashback to 1988 in a marquee, early hours of the morning with glow sticks. That was very random. Not the shit.
Don't mention glow
Probably
sticks.
Mark Becker's most weekends in the 90s, that.
I was born in the 90s.
Yeah, I was as well. 98.
Yeah, I was too.
Yeah. So we got Scotty, do you do Digger's Dips?
I do now and then, yeah.
Have you entered it today?
I think I might have. I can't remember.
Because
Yes, I think I did. Yes, I did.
first prize is CTX, MindLab CTX. Second prize is a car.
Got it 250.
And
Ace 250.
yeah, and third prize is
Not the macro pinpointer.
2 Vanquish 540s. Yeah, no, it's not, but it could be. You never know.
Yeah, exactly.
Tonight's prizes are in first place British buttons, second prize a cleaning pencil from the cleaningpencil.com, and 5 Diggers Dips tokens.
Scotty, have you got a cleaning pencil?
Yes, most of the times getting sponsored by Dempsey's Cleaning Pencil, and we have I get all their products anyway. I obviously buy them, or I get given them for prizes for either a charity or for our members to find on digs and stuff like that. But they're absolutely amazing. I've never used nothing different.
Yeah, I think it's good. It will be good to see Graham at Detectival, because people will be able to actually touch and feel and see his products. Because
they won't.
Yeah,
will they?
Definitely.
They won't.
Oh,
he's also at Detecticon as well.
No, they won't.
He's look
at them.
They can look from afar.
Yeah, Graham can demonstrate how they work.
Yeah. I'm sure he'll be doing that.
But yeah,
he's also, hopefully the rules have changed by Detecticon, but he's also at Detecticon as well. So
Graham will be showing me how to use it properly, and not like leave it in for 2 weeks or something.
Yeah, I have done that.
Yeah, obviously, with the rules changing in the coming weeks, Scotty, and the potential risk of the Indian variant up in the cases, do you think that Detecticon is 100% still going to go ahead then?
I reckon so. Like our area, like in the area where Detecticon's going to be and stuff. Yes, I know what you're saying about the variant, but the numbers are low. So if anything, we will go a step back rather than opening. So we'll basically stay back. So what for the time Detecting's got in place with our plans, we have obviously a COVID plan in place. And also with the new government guidelines which come out in the 21st?
Yes.
Of this month?
Yeah.
And also we'll see what they say on the 21st of this month. But if they say, everything's open, blah, 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 we will still have some sort of COVID guidelines in the back place. So, i.e. social distancing, if there'll be cleaning stations about with hand sanitizers, you still got to use that. It's just because obviously it's still out there. It's not gone. It's just obviously just to be more cautious, you know.
Sorry to interrupt. Luke, could you share the screen? So the first prize is coming up straight away. See how we've done that? Excellent segue. Number 32, 36 entrants.
16.
Adrian?
4, please, Bob.
Oh, it's a 2. None of us are right. So for British Buttons Book,
Tony Kaywood.
24 by Jamie Williams, 22. No idea who that could be.
Maybe well done, Jamie.
Well done. Second prize, the cleaning pencil, which we've just been talking about, courtesy of thecleaningpencil.com.
Number 13.
8.
28. I'm going to buy another one, actually.
It's a 0. Could be 8. Be 8. Be 8.
6.
Oh, it's
3.
Scotty Too Hottie. Well done,
Is that Scotty Too Hottie? Isn't that Kim and Scott?
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
Just to say as well, the cleaning pencil, if you come along to our stall, our joint stall with the Detector Network and the Composite Cleaning Pencil, you have a chance of winning a prize from Composite Cleaning Pencil this weekend. And in third place, number 18.
4.
36. Wow.
It's got a 1 there, and you both say. It's number 18. I was right. Deborah, 27B, wins 5 Diggers Dips tokens. So thank you, as ever, to Diggers Dips and to thecleaningpencil.com. Well done to Jamie Williams, Scotty Too Hottie, and Deborah, 27B. So there you go.
Well done, winners.
I don't want to close anything. I don't want to close anything in case I inadvertently log out the show like I normally do. Is that right? That's right. Yeah.
You did that. Dave?
What?
I've just had a message from Scott Holden. For those more interested in Just Detect, what we were showing earlier, the app that will be out very, very, very soon, almost imminently, they need to visit just-detect.com. Just-detect.com. And I think I personally haven't been there for a while, but I think you sign up and then you get an email, and it's you could open it up on screen, couldn't you? I suppose. Could you or not?
I'm sure Mr. Higgins will do so.
Just-detect.com.
Sure, he knows what the email address is, the web address.
I think because this is going to be quite big for the hobby. I feel very big. It is hot, Dave.
Absolutely. Yeah, I've got the window open by my head as well. I'm falling asleep because my tablet's kicking in.
6-7 degrees up north. It's 32 here at the moment down south.
It's not like the Game of Thrones here. It's like Scotty might be about 3 degrees. He's by the wall. So
yeah. Well, it's morning where he is.
Scotty, are you trying to do something sexy to us there, or what? What's going on?
That's scary. You did a funny face. Someone's asked him that before.
No, we're about 12 degrees at the minute.
Joking, aren't you? God,
No.
it must be about 18 still here.
I think, about 21. So
it stays lighter further north, you know.
Sorry?
It stays a lot lighter further north.
Yes,
so
it does.
The sun stays up more.
That's because of the smog in Essex.
Yeah, well, we got light pollution. The smog is just cannabis. It's not the stuff, but yeah. I think Luke's getting that page up, isn't he? But anyway, it's going to change the hobby, I think, hopefully. It's just nice because in theory you can record your finds yourself on it, and after a year going forward, you could potentially say what's the most common find you got. So rather than putting it all in a spreadsheet or something like that, you could have your own little portable app, and it's all cloud-based. So if you lose your phone, you can still get it all back. But yeah, quite interesting. We're not
and as
getting
well as that, as this is phase 1, as we've mentioned, phase 2 and the thereafter phases, there are some things of consequence coming to it as well, which is promising for the hobby, especially with the potential risk of things that could happen in the coming years. This would help a lot. We are tougher up north, bloody southern pansies.
What about me? I'm north.
That's different country. Totally.
It's not Scotland.
You're in Scotland.
I was waiting for that one.
They're just pretending to support England in the bloody Euros, and he's from Scotland.
Nah,
Newcastle,
it's not Scotland.
Listen, you buy the
Newcastle,
wall.
England.
Adrian's wall. Anything by Adrian's wall is Scotland, isn't it, Adrian?
No, there's two. No, it's Scotland's got their own wall.
I said it on the internet. I googled it. It said it on the internet. That's true.
Fella in the pub told me.
Yeah, and it was in the Sun newspaper last
No,
year.
it is a true fact. It is a true fact. Going back, no, it is. Go back hundreds and hundreds of years ago. The border of Scotland used to be Newcastle. It did.
And it still is. Anyway,
It's not.
Tony Kaywood's just pointed out he likes Adrian's test submissions. They've got the Rootus logo on them. That isn't just Adrian's test submissions. That's the machine he's found that particular find is. If you found it with a Mine Lab, it will come up with a Mine Lab logo. Rootus, Noctamacro. So you can see automatically the logo of what the find is.
It's got every single metal detector, every single type of potential find,
Land type,
material, glass, plastic, metal, modern, medieval, Roman, Celtic, everything. There's so many different things there, and it's quite nice because once you categorise stuff, you can then report on it yourself. So I think in time you could sort of how many coins did I find last year? How many coins have I found this year? Etc. etc. So it's almost like a database.
And also you can hashtag an event. So for instance, hashtag Detecticon. Then if you put Detecticon into the search engine, everything that's found at Detecticon will come up. Obviously, this weekend there'll be hashtag Detectable. Not sure it'll be Detectable June Detectival 2021 or Detectable 2021. But anyway, obviously you can just thereafter or in the morning or in the in the evening you can just have a what's that doing?
You can it's got June. Oh, Jesus Christ! It's got June Detectival on it, so you select what event you're at. So if you, let's say Scotty a Detecticon, everyone had that app, you could have a big screen up showing everyone's finds in real time live in the field. So you could see who's finding what on what field, where and when. So it's
you could hook a central unit up to the main stage, for instance, the big screen, and just have them scrolling through the finds from that event. So people who are still in the field, you can still see what you found in the field, even if we're sitting by the bar, which is likely.
Dave, Luke hasn't got any sound.
Luke hasn't got any sound.
We all have, but Luke can't hear anything. So us asking him to get just detect up on screen, he can't do it. But Scott has said there that he can. He's at Detectable, obviously promoting Detector Network, but also talking about Just Detect. But he's put you can export finds reports. That'd be good, and a lot more. So the app isn't available yet. Lorraine Ward, it's not available yet, but it will be really quickly.
Tomorrow, more or less, won't it?
Yeah, like tomorrow, basically. So
I've messaged Luke and asked him to pull it up. See if he'll do that.
So Scotty, what are you doing this weekend then?
Well, I've got a club dig on Saturday, and then I've got my son's birthday on Sunday, but I'm also watching the football match on Sunday.
Right.
You can install it now. Registration will be opened very soon.
Hey.
Can't
wait.
So that's if you go to just-detect.com, which is coming up on the screen now. There you go. Available. If you go there, obviously there's a link to the App Store and Google Play. Look at my gosh finds that are on there.
One of mine on there.
I've got on there.
On there. Three of mine are on there. Yeah.
1, 2. That might be 3, 4, 5, 6. See that one? All the coins, Adrian.
Yeah. Who's
that's
that?
That's part of the Hambleden Hoard. that we've discovered on one of the sites. One of my friend's sites was, I think there's over 80 Jettons from that site now.
I'll tell you what, that's not one thing I will mention. One of the things which with certain sites and things is people's concern about security. I think if anyone's got any concerns about how safe their data, location, details, Scott can fill them in if they're going to Detectival, or they can message him, because this is super secure. And I know a lot of people probably saying, oh, yeah, I bet it is, but it is. He's gone to the utmost lengths to make this site secure, and it's cost him a lot of money and a lot of time. This isn't like a WordPress website hosted on sort of like, I won't say the name, a £10 a month hosting company. This is something, this is your big e-commerce companies are using a similar sort of hosting platform.
And this isn't just Scott who's involved. There's 4 or 5 people involved from the world of metal detecting. So there is by metal detectorists for metal detectorists. But it isn't just down to metal detectorists. There's, if you find something archaeological in the field, i.e. if you discover a Paleolithic hand axe or a flint arrowhead or something similar, glass beads, what them things called are all on the Roman sites, the cuttlefish shells, are they?
Well,
you know what I'm about. Oyster shells, anything maybe like that. You can photograph them, and you can record that. And obviously, in the respects of where it's like Instagram, you can follow people. So you can follow Adrian and see what his finds in the future. You can follow Scotty if he puts it on there. You can follow anybody. And as I say, but there's a hell of a lot more going on than what I probably know as well, Adrian.
Well, every time we've been beta testing it, Dave, alongside a few others, and things just keep popping up. One of the things I liked was the Instagram filters for coins, and some people use them to make their finds look pretty, but realistically, they're there to enhance the contrast and brightness and detail of the image, so you can read the text on the coin or whatever.
True. And you can also change the angle of which you're putting the image on as well. You can change the view, can't you?
Yeah. And I think in the future there might be a little bit of AI integrated, artificial intelligence. Scott's going to kill me now, which no one's done in the world. But if you scroll up to the top of the page, is that you, Dave, who's got control? Oh, upstairs. No, down. Scroll down. No, scroll up. I went to it on my screen then, but I can't. It says along the top of the page what's coming soon, and there is permissions, which is something which will be very exciting. And I think that's a big phase too, because there's a lot of work behind that. So
yeah,
everyone struggles with permissions, don't they, Scotty?
They do, certainly. Yeah. We've just got a new permission for the club, that is.
Right.
Well, listen, it's 9:30. I've got a text ready to send Luke because he can't hear us to end the show. So to everybody who are attending Detectival this weekend, come and give us a look in, say hello, meet Scott and about Detector Network, find out more about Just Detect, meet Graham Dempsey, all about composite cleaning pencil. Throw cake at me, please. And there you go.
Good luck,
thanks everyone. Best of luck.
Detectival.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night. Bye now.
We're still live, David.
I know. I wonder if people are still watching.
I was just putting my pajama bottoms on.
Show us.
On my slipper.
Is Scotty still here? Scotty, you still here?